In the grand marble halls of Rome, where emperors carved their names into eternity, few shone as brightly or fell as violently as Commodus. Born in 161 AD, Commodus was the golden boy of the empire, son of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor whose wisdom had kept the empire strong. As a boy, Commodus watched his father ride to war on the cold frontiers of Germania, holding back the barbarians. But where Marcus was thoughtful, patient, and just, Commodus burned with hunger for applause, gold, and glory. When Marcus Aurelius died in 180 AD, Rome expected a steady hand. What it got was a storm. At first, Commodus played the part. He stood before the Senate in his purple toga, offering words of peace, promising to continue his father's legacy. The people cheered. But beneath the surface, something darker stirred. Commodus despised the old men of the Senate and the careful balance of Rome. He wanted to be more than an emperor. He wanted to be a god. He called himself Hercules Romanus, the Roman Hercules. She slipped poison into his wine, but Commodus vomited it up. Panicked, she summoned Narcissus, his wrestling partner. While Commodus soaked in his bath, Narcissus crept in. With the strength of a champion, he wrapped his hands around the emperor's throat and squeezed. Statues sprang up across the city, showing him draped in a lion's skin, holding a club, his face proud and wild. The god emperor was gone, his legacy crumbled in a single night. But it wasn't just image. Commodus wanted the world to see his strength. He entered the Colosseum, not as a spectator, but as a gladiator. Day after day, the emperor fought in the sand, slaying wild beasts and mock opponents. The crowd roared. To some, it was thrilling. To others, it was horrifying. Never before had the ruler of Rome lowered himself to the bloodsport of slaves. But Commodus cared only for the roar of the arena. He lavished gifts on the people. Free grain, golden statues, grand games. Meanwhile, the Senate trembled as he drained the treasury, ruled by whim, and executed anyone who whispered dissent. Plots brewed in the shadows. His own sister Lucilla conspired against him but failed, and paid with her life. Advisors fell like leaves in autumn. By 192 AD, Commodus declared himself the new Romulus, renaming Rome Colonia Commodiana, the colony of Commodus, and declaring the months of the year in his own honor. But even gods can bleed. That December, his mistress Marcia discovered she was on a list of those to be executed. When Commodus's body was dragged from the bath, the people rejoiced. The Senate rushed to erase his memory, and the statues of Hercules Romanus were toppled. But the Colosseum, they say, still remembers. In the blood-soaked sands where he once stood, the shadow of a lion-skinned figure lingers, waiting for the crowd to cheer once more.